Hello, friends. It is Thursday, October 13th, about almost 2 o'clock Pacific. In my last video, I talked about how many people were surprised by how the Democrats caved and why we should not be. And I want to talk a little bit about what took me so long to become verbal and to start doing this, and what has also impacted my ability to produce. And it's the fact that in these days, all the contingencies are rolling through my head constantly about where we are and what that could lead to. And with respect to not being surprised, I want to share with you some of the things that I expect to see. And there are two caveats there. One is that the usurper lives 6 more months, and one is that he lives 3 more months. In the case that he would live 6 more months, the things that I expect that we are likely to experience and see are some kind of conflict with Venezuela because they need a distraction and because they want to make other small nations afraid of going against this regime. In the more short term, in both scenarios, I expect that sometime within the next month or so, there will probably be people that start noticing that there are National Guard or some other armed people in large big box stores patrolling. Reason being given is because of rising theft, which is going to happen because people are becoming economically stressed and desperate. Another thing I expect to see is a major surge in credit and mortgage defaults. If you haven't already, then you're going to soon be just swamped with credit card offers because the banks know this is the time to get people on credit, right? They're not giving you the credit because they're thinking that you can afford it. They're trying to enslave you. Plain and simple. If this individual would live for 3 months, then I expect some different things. I expect to see an acceleration, in that case, of the attempt to militarize our cities, because the heir to the usurper is even weaker than the usurper himself. And this would mean then that he would have to push even harder and embrace the far right's methodologies even more. And I would expect also then that we see a Vice President Mike Johnson. As horrific as that could be, we'll have to find out, right? But I wanted to share this because it's important that we realize in ourselves that, yeah, we all have the ability to start playing out scenarios. We should not let that cripple us. And when we do that within ourselves, it should be as a way to give ourselves some internal, at least, recognition of the fact that, yeah, we're right. And that we shouldn't be surprised when we see these things. And we should help others who are. We're not going to get through this without helping each other. They want us to divide us. They want us to be in fear. And they don't want us to grow in community. They want us enslaved to fear. That's hard not to do, but we simply don't have a choice in wallowing in fear. So if you need to, do it. Play out the scenarios in your head and give yourself the solace at some future time that you at least had the ability to see, yeah, we're in some tough times, and we shouldn't be surprised when they see these things happen. And we should not give up because of those horrible things happening. We're going to make it through this. with dedication, perseverance, creativity, ingenuity, determination, and most importantly, love. We love our country. It is the most imperfect country on earth, most likely, but it's also the only country on earth that gives humanity the chance to have the best possible outcome in the future. So as we go through these days, as hard as it is, we cannot be surprised by the depth of the regime's depravity. We simply can't. If there's something that we can imagine that is horrible, they most likely have it in their playbook. Plain and simple, and we cannot be surprised. Keep your spirit up, people. Go carefully. Spirit be with you.